Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the SMU Mustangs. And the Mustangs will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense will start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball on quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
And the Rams will hustle to the line. They move the tight end all over. They feed him again. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Rams will bring the punt team onto the field. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. So SMU's offense will have its first possession of the game. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Right back to the well. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone.
Nothing but green ahead. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that, because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. The defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Slams ahead, and he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march 72 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Rams in the hurry-up. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Colorado State, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rams decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the returner is stopped. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last.
And he's running in the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The analytics nerds say the goal was at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Mustangs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now on 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Then you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
SMU 21, Colorado State, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. And the Rams moving quickly to the line.
We haven't even gotten to halftime yet. This offense has their hands full trying to keep this quarterback standing up straight. They've already given up multiple sacks. That's the biggest reason why they're trailing by as much as they are. They better go in at halftime and make some big-time adjustments.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They'll go right back to the run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Rams will punt it away on 4th down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. First play of the drive comes from the 41. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Baker. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Offense in an empty set. Comes out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, SMU! They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
SMU, 28. Colorado State, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Farmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got it in the middle, it's Bell. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And the Rams pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Makes a connection. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. The Rams come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Rams will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Towards the receiver is incomplete. It's now 2nd down.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's going to run it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around him. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a 1st down. Well done.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. Buys a little extra time. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, we probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
He'll pull it down, and he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his 1st punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, This offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
He'll keep it himself. After 40, there he goes. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground, their third sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Trying to find his man on first down. Moving away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. The running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes his connection. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. The Mustangs are on the move. Give to the running back. Pulls his way forward.
Running back with the ball carrier. Brought down on play at the 13-yard line.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Touchdown, SMU! And this defense defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Colorado steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Boulder a ton of confidence. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. He'll throw it quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Wide receivers everywhere on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Quarterback alone in the backfield, 5 wide on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Fort Collins. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. They'll operate out of split backs. The inside handoff. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
You got to have short area quickness. that running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making it work. Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Catch in the middle, it's Jones. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. And the defense got it. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Mustangs. And the defense doing work. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes him to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
49, Colorado State, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to the tailback. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Well, so much for nudging it ahead a few inches, 4 wide here on 2nd and short. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. On the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. The Rams will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll leave it with him. At the 45 on his way. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Play action does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties and make them come up, but the defensive line. They're thinking run as well, slows down the pass rush, gives me a little bit more time to develop routes and make it really easy on my quarterback.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Hankerson. Coming after him. He's right on target. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. He caught it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touchdown, SMU! And the punishment has been extended. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score SMU 56, Colorado State 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. He's got it. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. And the Rams have moved it inside the 20. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3. Ball's at the 14. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
He'll do it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Never a doubt. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chance... But let me go out there and compete.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The short hands. It's Jones. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolkit.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Rams!
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The SMU offense offense is headed back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Connor.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the street.
Back to throw, it's Hankerson. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
That's caught. It's Jones. They stop him just a leak or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
This offense has a second down play. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Baker. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it there.
They'll throw it on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He's going to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've been really good moving the chains on third down. Now 1 yard away from another first down in this drive. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away.
Yankee blue. 42 Slade.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1 yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play.
Touchdown Mustangs! And the route is on. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Colorado State, 10.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. This offense needs something to feel good about. It hasn't been very productive today, Jesse.
Well, I think it's just important they stay.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, SMU! And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Louisiana Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. On the move, he fires. That pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from and you try to grow.
And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Rams will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win on to next week.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. They've got the screen set up. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down leaves them in 2nd and manageable. The Mustangs are in the red zone. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from